Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Recie Myers coming to you live from Richmond. See, I'm out here walking, which is something I love to do. Um, it's just me again. Roland is a little under the weather, so he's not going to be with me. I'm not sure if he's going to be with me tomorrow, but I'm going to go on just the same. So today, let's see, I probably need to stand still because I don't want to lose connection. See, it says live, so I think I'm live. All right. Hear baby kitten crying. Anyway, before I get distracted, I'm going to talk about 5 powerful decisions that can change your life. I've been listening to Tony Robbins, and he was talking about the power of staying positive. And I had a little challenge there, but I said, okay, you know what? It's all good. I'm going to be positive in spite of it. I had my notes all written out and typed out and was about to copy it and then put it into the live. But instead of copying, I pressed paste and the whole thing went away. And I said, you know what? This is a challenge for me because we're talking about being positive. It's okay. My fingers still work and I can type it again. Of course, it will take time, but all right. So the first in being positive or staying positive is make a decision to develop the habit of positive thinking. Make that a part of your life. It's a decision. Now, if you are not really into changing yourself and maybe becoming a better person, don't start it. But if that's something that you generally want to do, somebody tries to call me right now too. The 7-day mental diet is a little booklet, and that is to stay positive every day for 7 days. Now it sounds easy, but I'm sure, like right now, I was just being tested. I was being tested myself. Staying positive for 7 days. And he says, if you mess up, if you find yourself messing up, then you got to start all over. So it's not as easily said than done, So, and how do you go about doing that? He says, you go on this 7-day diet, a 7-day mental diet for being positive. Whenever you find yourself having a negative thought or, getting a little annoyed or upset about something, find a way to turn it around. He says, this is the second one, decide to, I wrote some little notes here. I'm glad I had those that I had written out first because the whole thing had disappeared. So I said, okay, I'll be all right. He says, decide to become curious. Be curious about maybe another person who's kind of like getting under your skin and they want to make you upset or annoyed. Become curious as to why is it that they act the way they do. It could be that you could be the positive light in their lives to change or to help them change. He says, stop being judgmental. Somehow society gets a thrill out of seeing other people suffer and making them want to suffer. There's no joy in that. We shouldn't do that. Our heroes, like somebody may have passed on and then finding negative, stomping all over them. They're gone. They can't defend themselves because they're no longer here. That should not be our goal. If somebody's not here to defend themselves, don't be trashing their character. He says we can get positive energy by finding the good in others. Get positive energy from finding the good in others. So that was the second one. Decide to become curious rather than judgmental of others. And even for ourselves. Sometimes we judge ourselves so harshly, and that's not positive thinking. The third thing he says to do is decide to find something to appreciate in every negative situation. Oh, yes, thank you, Laverne. Yes, that is correct. Find something positive in every negative situation, and develop the habit of paying compliments. That's one way to kind of get ourselves out of the rut. Look for the positives in other people. Compliment them with a genuine compliment. Hey, Herbie. Sorry, I forgot to acknowledge those of you who are joining me because I'm out here walking. But I stopped in one spot because sometimes I lose connection. So that was number 3. Decide to find something to appreciate in every negative situation and develop the habit of paying compliments. Number 4, decide not to be perfect. None of us are perfect. And if you think you can go through life being perfect, you're going to mess up every time. And when you don't accomplish something and then you're judging yourself and it helps, well, it makes you feel terrible, number 1, and then you feel like, what's the use, and you want to give up. So decide right away. Know that you're not perfect, but what we can do is try to make every day a little bit better than the day before. So we try to get better every day. And then he says, as you're going through the day and you find, oh, I'm messing up, then you decide to, okay, you know what? I messed up here. Let me correct it. So instead of keep on going or deciding, oh, let me throw my hands up and give up. Okay, I did this. I did something wrong. Maybe I was thinking negative. Let me stop. Let me backtrack or rethink what you did. If you said something negative, maybe find a way to correct and look for the positives. Oh, hi, George. Glad that you can join me. So I'm just talking about the 5 decisions that we can make, powerful decisions that we can make to live positively. It's easier said than done. All right, and the 5th one is to decide to develop the habit of faith. Create that certainty within ourselves that we can do it. It is possible. Put yourself out there. Sometimes we stop and think, oh man, if I do this or if I do that, people are going to say this and people are going to say that. We have to stop worrying about what people are going to say. Be who God designed you to be. And sometimes when you have a thought, oh, I should do this, but then you stop and have second thoughts. Maybe, no, I won't do that because so-and-so is going to say, people are going to think that I'm weird, or forget that. You are an individual. God made you unique. And, that faith that we have within ourselves, that we can live a life in a positive way and not let circumstances or situations or other people try to turn us into something that we're not. That we're not. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Thank you. So those are the 5 decisions, and it is a decision. Life is made of choices that we make. It's a decision, and the 5 decisions that we need to decide upon now, and not worry about what anybody else is saying, are: 1, develop the habit of positive thinking. Go on that 7-day mental diet for positivity. It's a little book. I need to see if I can find out more about that book, and I can share with you. But live every day for 7 days, because we want to develop that habit within ourselves to think only positive thoughts. And whenever you find yourself thinking something negative, you stop and you correct it. 2, it's a little cool out here. I need to get moving, but I don't want to lose the connection. 2, decide to become more curious as to why some people or who are around us act the way that they do. And it could be too that something that you do in trying to find out why, instead of being judgmental about them, you can help them on their journey to become more positive. Sometimes people act the way they do because maybe they're angry at themselves or angry at a situation, and they need to learn how to look at the positives. Number 3 was decide to find something to appreciate in every negative situation. Look for the positives in every negative, because they are. It might be a little hard to find, but you can find it. And then learn how to genuinely pay compliments. Some of us are very stingy with our compliments. We feel that, to say something nice about somebody else is going to diminish them in some kind of way, and that's not the case at all. Number 4, I gotta walk. Number 4, decide not to be perfect, because none of us are. But we can decide to live every day and be a little bit better each day. When we find ourselves off track, correct it immediately and then keep on going. And don't throw our hands up and say, oh, I can't do this. And number 5, decide to develop the habit of faith. Create that certainty within ourselves that we can do this. We can live a life of positivity. We can impact and influence the people who are around us in a positive way. And I posted a picture of a tree. Let's see, who was it that had the tree? I posted it on my page. It belonged to, I forgot. I did give him the credit. But it was a huge, giant tree with the branches that stretched out so far, and it was so tall. The bark of the tree had every kind of marking, and it looked like it had been weathered. And that tree just spoke to me, because no matter what we're going through in life, whatever life throws at us, sometimes we can allow the wind and the storms to knock us over, or we can learn from it and just remain strong, have faith, have that courage, know that we are not on this journey by ourselves, and our Creator is going to be right there to help us along the way. Thank you, Harvey. I'm glad that you can join me. All right, I need to get walking. And I always try to provide something in the, somewhere in the description that can help you. I'll have to retype all of the notes that I had before. The link is to, if you want to start living your life in what God has destined you to do or to become, there's a link in there about marketing, network marketing, attraction marketing. It's a trial membership, and just for $10. So it's there for you, for those of you who want to develop that inner person within yourself, to do more, to be more. And that's who I'm talking with. Spiritual entrepreneurs, people who know that God has placed them here for a specific purpose, and they are not content in just letting life come at them. They're ready to grab the bull by the horns and take advantage of the opportunities that are always around us. Sometimes we just don't open our eyes to see them. So it's there for you. And I'm going to finish my walk and get back. The sun is out. It feels great. It's a little nippy, but when I walk, it generates that heat. And so this is something I enjoy doing, so I'm out here walking. So thank you for joining me. If you are catching the replay, type hashtag replay. And I love to get engagement. Yes, even if you're stopping in for a minute or two, say hi. I love to see who's joining me from time to time. Enjoy your day, and Roland and I will see you tomorrow at 5:30. Bye now.